Nicholas, when you're ready, we will push.
Let's do it. Oh yeah, let's go live. Let's pour.
You guys tell me when you're ready to go.
Thank you.
All right, you guys ready over there? Board ready. All right, Scott, your hand on the fader. Going live in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, thank you all for joining us tonight for our first ever live virtual San Diego International Beer Competitions Award. I'm Todd Bannister, and I will be acting tonight as your Master of Ceremonies. I'm here with Tom Nickel and Tyson Blake, coordinators for this year's San Diego International Beer Competition, which is hosted by the San Diego County Fairgrounds. Thanks to this amazing production team at the Fairgrounds, we will be streaming in our top winners and announce Best of Show Brewery, Best of Show Cidery, Meadery, and overall Best of Show. After tonight, the full list of awards will be both e-blasted and made available to you at SanDiegoBeerFestival.com. Again, that's SanDiegoBeerFestival.com. But before we announce the awards, let's chat a little with Tom and Tyson about how this 2020 and COVID-infected year has been an impulse on the beer industry and the competition process. So Tom, can you tell us a little bit about how this year has been and why you guys decided to move forward with this competition?
Well, obviously, this year was a little crazy. We were supposed to do our judging.
Tom, you need to hit the green button on your microphone.
There we go. This year was a little crazy. We typically host our judging in April, and then our beer festival in June. So no fair this year, no festival. We weren't sure, back in March and April what was going to happen. Nobody was. We decided to simply delay it, hoping that the state of California would get better, and nothing really has. And but eventually it got to the point where there were enough things open and enough protocols in place that we felt we could safely move forward with the festival. And, talking to brewers, we decided, hey, are we gonna, if we do this, would you guys show up? Would you send beers? Would you participate? Would you be excited about this? Would you be able to judge? And the feedback was a resounding yes. It seemed like there were a lot of people who were really eager to get back to some semblance of anything normal. And so a lot of enthusiasm, anticipation, and, just really high spirits around doing the competition. And, like I said, knowing that it would be done safe. And one of the biggest things is that for our judging, we were able to move to O'Brien Hall. So typically, we're in the grandstand, which is not small by any means, but to have a 50,000 square foot space at our disposal to fit 75 judges, it's a nice bit of social distancing.
Yes.
Yeah, that was huge for us.
So it's pretty impressive to think that we had nearly 150 breweries that competed and judged almost 1,000 beers. So Tyson, with everything going on, why do you think breweries supported the competition, both by entering their beers and still volunteering to be judges for the event?
Well, I think like Tom said, it being one of those, just a crazy year, something we've never seen before with COVID-19 and the pandemic, and everybody having to adjust their businesses and lives this year. I think this being something that a lot of these breweries have entered year after year and supported and been a part of, to get this opportunity for a sense of normal behavior felt really good, and something I think a lot of people wanted just to be a part of, and bring that sense of normalcy back to their lives. So that was, I think, a big drive. Competition and putting your beers out there to be judged, I think, is something that all brewers for the most part want, and going up against your buddies or your competitors or what have you, I think is something that they look forward to each year. So being a part of the fest, and then gosh, to be able to get a bunch of judges and brewers come through to execute that side of the competition was gigantic. Like Tom said, being in O'Brien's Hall, that's a huge space where there's doors and windows all around us, cross breeze and ventilation. That really made it feel safe and gave us that ability to make this happen. So yeah, I think normalcy and being able to do what feels good,
I'll tell you that, well said. So to be honest, with the new entry intake system, beer team and judging location, how was this year's judging compared to the past years? And what steps did you guys actually try to take and work with the fairgrounds to make this a safe venue and a safe judging event?
Yeah, so, a couple of things that we were kind of forced into that we'll definitely, take moving forward, in terms of not being able to have as many people just come onto the fairgrounds to help us volunteer. So the staff really stepped up in terms of taking a lot of the burden of the beer check-in, beer labeling, the initial sorting, with nearly 1,000 entries and most entries consisting of 3 to 4 bottles, intaking, 3,000 to 4,000 beers, bottles of beer in a single week is a huge undertaking. But, that went seamlessly, and certainly some of the things that we instituted in terms of where beer was dropped off, how beer was dropped off. In past, we'd had to go upstairs. We'd had beer across multiple coolers in a kitchen area, stored our best of show beers in our auxiliary cooler downstairs. Wow. A lot of moving around. And so this year, with everything in one spot, one level, was great. And, technology also, kind of came to the rescue. So one of the things the judges need is they need to know kind of what the style guidelines of what they're judging. If they're judging a brown ale, they need to know the specs of what that brown ale is supposed to be. And so typically those are all printed out on the judges' tables. And just the way many restaurants, like our pubs, are doing menus with a QR code, we did the beer style guidelines with a QR code right on the table. So technology helped us a lot. And then some things were just, basic sanitation. We always have crackers out for the judges just to help clear their palate in between beers. And so this year it was individually wrapped cracker packets. So, certain minor things like that, obviously hand sanitizer everywhere. We had masks on when people weren't judging at the table. But, again, it being such a huge space, and like Tyson mentioned, the cross ventilation and the breeze, although we were covered, it really didn't feel like we were in a stuffy inside place. So the size of the room certainly makes it feel very safe. And all the judges were doubled up at double tables. So, so they were 6 feet apart. So we tried to take every precaution we could to make sure that, everybody was safe and most importantly, felt safe, doing it. So
that was probably one of the bigger stressors, was making sure that people felt safe, because, doing this for the first time and, possibly the first kind of competition like this happening, especially in San Diego, making sure that we were spacing correctly. I mean, it's kind of like when we went to go open the restaurant back up for dine-in, we had to be so thoughtful about how we were placing tables, what kind of ventilation we had in the restaurant, and if we were just outside, gosh, we're lucky enough to be outside, right? But spacing tables, mask wearing protocol, sanitizer, this, that, and the other, all that had to be applied to the competition, and to make sure the judges felt comfortable, because a lot of them are going to be talking to their buddies, or some of them are writers in beer blogs and publications. It was very important to make sure that we got it right, So, and I feel like it went really well. It felt really good. I want to bring up how awesome it was that usually we do this competition in April, but because we had to push this back, this is the first year that we were able to allow wet hop beers, harvest ales in the competition. So kind of a little silver lining was being able to get one of Tom and my favorite beers to consume in the competition. So pretty awesome. Wet hop season, baby.
So, Tom, I heard you're the expert on this, and I will volunteer next year, but I don't know if I can get trained up fast enough. Can you tell us a little bit more about the judges and what qualifies an individual to be a judge and participate in the competition?
Yeah, so I've been a beer judge for a number of years, World Beer Cup, Great American Beer Festival. I've been organizing this competition for nearly 15 years. And, there's a number of different things that can qualify you to be a beer judge. The biggest thing is, when people say, what are you doing this weekend? It's like, oh man, I've got to go down, do the beer judging at the fair. They're like, oh my God, you must be drunk all weekend. It's like, actually, I don't even drink a single beer until the entire thing is over. And, it's really not about drinking beer as it is about critically thinking and tasting beer. No different than, you see people enjoying wine at a tasting room, or, enjoying food at a fine meal. You're really trying to take in everything that's being presented to you flavor-wise and evaluate that against a set of standards, which is where our style guidelines come in, so it's not just like, is this a really great beer? Is this a really great beer that also matches the style guidelines? So, we broadly make the assumption that brewery employees are qualified to judge beer. If you work at a brewery, you make beer, you work in a lab, you own a brewery, these are positions that, should signal that you know what you're dealing with in terms of both brewing beer, tasting beer. And then we have a number of amateur home brewers who are certified through a beer judge certification program that's run nationally in conjunction with all the homebrew competitions that happen all across the country. And so they have many different levels. Some are just apprentice judges, some are certified, some are recognized. But you get up into these master, national, grandmaster levels, and we have a lot of people, have spent, 10, 15, 20 years at a homebrew or semi-pro level judging beer. And so these are not just, people we're pulling off the streets. These are people who have, studied, put in the hours. And like I said, to have master and grandmaster judges here at this competition has always been meaningful to me, because these are people who spend literally, dozens to hundreds of hours a year studying and judging beer and teaching about beer. And then, like I said, you combine those with our professionals and you get a huge, cross-section of palates, which is really great, because sometimes, the home brewers can be very precise on styles, and the pro brewers can be a little more, touchy-feely with how things taste. So it's a really nice balance of palates, and, we get a good balance of ages, and, to me, a surprisingly good balance of genders, which I don't think most people would think about for a beer competition.
So I never realized there was this much actually behind the scenes of such an operation. So Tom, do you think that there were any lessons learned this year that might be utilized in future competitions?
Well, the first one would be try not to have a viral outbreak during your entry season. But, like I said, some of the things that we did institute with, both the intake of the beers, some of the technological stuff with the QR codes. I don't think we'll ever have the opportunity to brew it, necessarily judge again in the fall. But
The one and only.
Yeah, there have definitely been things that will drag over, and who knows what lessons we're going to need to learn next year. So this is when our entry deadline, I want to say, was literally like March 7th. So we're talking a day after San Francisco shut down, and like 10 days before the entire state shut down. So it was a time of extreme uncertainty. And, to be able to pull this off at a time when most beer competitions were just simply canceled. You look at other county fairs, state competitions. I know the Great American Beer Festival is still going on, but again, they are just judging, I think, this past weekend. So you're looking at, pretty much everything for the last 6 months has just been wiped clean. So I feel very proud of, the work that everybody here on the fairgrounds did to make this happen, because, this was literally a force of wills to, bring everybody together at a time of extreme uncertainty to make sure that everybody felt safe, that the brewers felt good about the entries, that all the judges, were treated well and treated safely, and it's just a phenomenal job on everybody's part.
Fully agree, yeah.
So,
Felt special.
So Tyson, I wanted to ask you too about like just the whole process of what does the beer judging look like when you're inside O'Brien Hall? Do they feed you guys?
Yeah. So usually we set up a buffet, we break for lunch and get it good, but it's not a buffet kind of year, So Borden Brew came to the rescue and made some amazing sandwiches for us, and instead of having judges move from their tables to a cafeteria-like setting or restaurant-like setting, they sat at their tables and enjoyed some amazing food from those guys. So shout out Borden Brew.
Good, and
appreciate the goodness.
As often as I eat their food too, I know that that's fantastic that you guys could get them involved with it. And
Yeah.
I spoke with them, and they were extremely happy to be involved with the process.
Yeah, it was really good. I think
It was great too, because Tyson and I rarely get to break for lunch. So usually, like, we're having to, I tell people, it's like, hey, when you're about to break down the buffet, tell us and we'll run and get food. Now
Yeah.
it's so nice, just have a sandwich just set right in front
sitting
of us.
there ready for us. Yeah.
So remember that it's Borden Brew. So Tom or Tyson, I know that we've had a few new breweries join the competition this year from last year. And can you give us an overview of the SDIBC, how it started, how it's grown into what it is today, and kind of the importance that it plays just in the rotation of events at the fairgrounds?
Yeah, so this, it really grew out of the homebrew competition, which has been happening for as long as I can remember here at the fair. And the coordinator, back in this probably 06, 07, was a guy by the name of Chad Stevens. He was a member of the local homebrew club Quaff, which helps provide a lot of our judges. And Chad came to me and said, hey, I'm coordinating the homebrew competition, but I'd really love for there to be a commercial craft beer competition that we could also do with a festival component. So it was always thought of as this two-part thing to have both the beer competition to award the medals, but then to also bring great craft beer to the fair in a festival setting. And so the very first year, I think we were over in Wyland Hall, which is not quite as big as O'Brien, but it was a pretty good sized place to be, but very tiny amount of refrigeration. So we were literally using like stand-up, what I think of as like water coolers or soda style, like one-door single fridge coolers. I believe we had about 250 entries across like 23 categories in that first year. And then we did a little beer festival out in the paddock area during the fair. And now, our last year numbers without all of this going on, we were nearly 1,500 entries, almost 15 countries, a 3-day festival with a beer dinner out in the arena area. And we had, one year I think we had over 400 beers at that festival. So it's grown immensely in the time that I've been here. And to see that growth, is sustained has been great. It's not like there's been any, let's try something new and no, we won't do it again. A lot of these breweries have been entering, from out of state, out of the country year after year. So that's very gratifying to see, and it's certainly a number of our medal winners that's represented in. I think about breweries like Lakefront, which have been there almost from the beginning, the Delirium series of brands that have been there from the beginning. So a lot of breweries that have been with us for nearly 15 years. So it's been very, very cool. I know when we did 10 years, I read a list off at the awards ceremony of all the breweries that had entered all 10 years. And it was pretty cool. It was only like 12 or 15 of them, but it was very cool to see them all 10 years.
Still doing their thing.
So I heard a rumor that you guys actually work together.
Yeah.
How did that relationship start?
Is it really work when you're having this much fun? You know what I mean?
I think the answer to anything in that line of questioning would just be beer.
Yeah, beer. Just speak beeries.
It's a kind of a common bring people together kind of thing, isn't
It
it?
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which is why it scares the government so much.
All right, so let's move on to kind of a list of winners here. So one thing I know we're all looking forward to is things returning to normal, hopefully in the coming years. And again, I just wanted to send a shout out to all the people who participated in this event. From all the negativity that you see out there, and to make something positive happen, and this will not stop us. We will continue to move forward, and we want to do everything we can to try to bring a sense of normalcy in a safe way back to the county. And again, a shout out to the fairgrounds and all of the folks here for making sure that this thing did not get stalled, that it continued to move forward even though it was delayed. So tonight we are excited to share both the full list of winners and bring in our top winners live via Zoom to announce our champion brewery, champion meadery, cidery, best of show cider mead, and best of show beer. Fingers crossed, with technology gods on our side, we have a few tricks up our sleeves to make this experience as live as humanly possible. So good luck to all the breweries, and let's dive into our full list of winners. So Tom, I guess this is where you're going to take over and give us a list of the winners.
So just real quick, we've got 55 beer categories, and then there were 3 mead and 3 cider categories. We did combo 1 or 2 categories based on entries, and there were about a half a dozen categories where one medal or another was not awarded by the judges, and this is oftentimes due to just a smaller category. We judged pretty much every beer category as is rather than combine them. So there were some that had under 10 entries, and if there were under 10 entries and they didn't award a certain medal, we usually let it slide. So I'm just going to run through these. I'll announce the class, and then bronze, silver, and gold as such. So I'll just run through this, and I'll just, to start, say congratulations to all the winners. And if you miss anything I say, certainly this whole list will be posted online and is going to be sent out to all the participating breweries again at 6 o'clock. I know also San Diego Beer News will be releasing stuff throughout this timed broadcast. So anyway, we're going to start with category 1, American Wheat Ale, and the bronze goes to Epic Brewing Company for Meister. And the silver medal goes to Garage Brewing and Pizzeria for American Hefeweizen, and there was no gold medal in American Wheat Ale. Category 2 is fruit beer, and the bronze medal in fruit beer goes to AleSmith for Forge Berry. The silver to Art Monster Brewery for Mixed Berry, coming to us from South Korea. And the gold to Hazelig Brewing Company for All the Goodness, gold medal in fruit beer. So category 3 is fruit, wheat, and vegetable beer, and the bronze goes to Cucumber Pale Ale from San Fernando Brewing, the silver to Vacation Coconut IPA from Resident Brewing, and the gold medal, there's kind of a theme here, to Duckfoot Brewing with Coconut IPA. And category 4 is Urban Spice Beer. The bronze goes to Oatmeal Raisin Cookie Ale, also known as Orca, which sounds delicious, from Aftershock Brewing. The silver to Mr. Krampus from Port O' Pints Brewing in Crescent City. And the gold medal in Urban Spice Beer goes to Live and Tie in LA, Angel City Brewery. Category 5, this is an interesting one. It combines both chocolate and chili beers. So these are 2 separate subcategories. The bronze medal goes to Duckfoot Brewing, Slow Burn. The silver to Rip Beer Company for Nibbed for Your Pleasure. And the gold medal to Paranormal Porter from Double Peak Brewing in San Marcos. Category 6 is coffee beer. Bronze medal goes to Coffee Big Boy from Little Miss Brewing. The silver to Golden Stout from Carl Strauss Brewing Company. And the gold to Wolf's Ridge Brewing for Daybreak out of Columbus, Ohio. And then we have a separate category just for coffee porters and stouts. So coffee beer is just any beer made with coffee. And this category is specifically for porters and stouts made with coffee. The bronze goes to Lost My Bearings from Lost Winds Brewing. The silver to Beechwood Brewing Mocha Machine out of Huntington Beach. And the gold medal to Super Tonic from Docent Brewing. Category 8 is specialty beer, and this is a wide-ranging category that has obviously a lot of different things that don't fit well into other categories. So the bronze medal in specialty beer goes to Adam Beer from Angel City Brewery. The silver to Ballast Point from Little Italy for Hop Soda. And the gold medal to Hazelig Brewing Company, Double Rog Dare You. And they're out of Iowa. So definitely one of the newer breweries that have been joining us here in the competition. Category 9 is session beer. So this is a specific category for beers under 5% alcohol by volume. The bronze goes to Gravity Check from Kern River Brewing. The silver to Pizza Port Ocean Beach, Guillaume. And the gold medal to Clever Kiwi from Virgin Beer Company. Category 10 is rye beer. So these are all beers brewed with rye. The bronze goes to First Rye Sponders from Nickel Beer Company. The silver to Riley's Wild Ride from Double Peak Brewing. And the gold medal goes to Kern River Brewing for Rye Down the Line. Category 11 is hybrid style Belgian beers. So these are a mix of kind of American influenced Belgian style beers that don't traditionally fit into one of the Belgian beer categories that we have. So the bronze medal, again, to Hazelig Brewing Company for Catnip for Brewers. The silver to Resident Brewing for Industrial Grist. And the gold medal to The Harlot from Society Brewing. Category 12, this is one of our larger categories. This is Brett and other sour beers. So these are Brettanomyces is one of the souring agents that you'll see in many beers. And so this I think, Pilsners, IPAs, American Pales, double IPAs, among some of our bigger categories here. So the silver in Brett and Other Sour, or the bronze rather, in Brett and Other Sour goes to The Thief, Society Brewing Company. The silver to My Yard Live with Shagtastic Voyage. And the gold medal to Jungalo Juice from Arrow Lodge Brewing. The category 13 is wooden barrel-aged beer. There was no bronze medal awarded, but the silver medal goes to Garage Brewing and Pizzeria for barrel-aged white peach blonde, and the gold medal to AleSmith for Noble Empire. Category 14 is wooden barrel-aged strong beer. So the previous category was typically for beers under 8%. This category is for beers over 8% that are not stouts. And then the next category is specifically barrel-aged strong stouts. So for category 14, wooden barrel-aged strong beer, the bronze medal goes to Resident Brewing, Regal Nottingham. the silver to El Segundo Brewing for Old Jetty, and the gold medal for Cognac Barrel-Aged St. Francis from Wolfswoods Brewing. And now on to our wooden barrel-aged strong stouts. The bronze medal to Nyctophobia from Amplified Ale Works. The silver to BBA Devil's Piano from bourbon barrel-aged, I'm assuming, Devil's Piano, Little Miss Brewing. And then the gold medal to bourbon barrel-aged The Shroud from Bravery Brewing. Now we get into what is Hamilton's owner, Scott Blair's, one of his favorite categories. It is smoked beer. So this is not for everybody, but people who love it certainly do love it. The bronze medal goes to Integrin Brewing, Blonde Fire. The silver medal, Campfire Daydreams, Sunset Reservoir Brewing Company. And the gold medal also to Integrin Brewing for the Big Meat. So taking 2 out of 3 awards in that category. Next up, Pilsners. Like I said, this was definitely, I think, our 3rd largest category in the competition. This includes all basically American style of Pilsners and North American style Pilsners. So the bronze medal goes to Device Brewing Company for Pincushion. The silver medal, Where Vultures Fare, which I'm sure is a rip on the old Clint Eastwood movie, or a Misfits song, one or the other, knowing Burning Beard, in El Cajon. And the gold medal, Natural Bridge Special Lager to Epic Brewing Company. And next up, we have our European lagers. So this would include your German-style lagers that are not considered stronger Bohemian-style Pilsners. The bronze medal goes to Barrel Mountain Brewing for Love Ya Lager, coming to us from Battleground, Washington. The silver medal, Unsung Brewing Company, Sigfrida. And the gold medal, High Surf Helles for Rip Current Brewing Company in San Marcos. Then we have American-style lagers. This is category 19. The bronze medal goes to It's America Time, Viewpoint Brewing Company, just across the street here in Del Mar. The silver medal to Barrio Lager from Thorn Brewing Company. And the gold medal in American-style lager to Device Brewing Company for Rice Krispie Boy. Coming up next is category 20, Amber Lager. The bronze medal goes to Vienna Lager from Art Monster Brewery in Seoul, South Korea. The silver to Sexy Mexi, Big Sexy Brewing. And the gold medal to Lakefront Brewery for Oktoberfest Lager from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And again, like I said, one of the breweries that have been with us basically from the beginning every single year. Dark Lager is the next category, number 21. And the bronze medal goes to 14 Cannons for K17. The silver medal to Integrin Brewing Company for Nighthawk. And the gold medal to Pedal House Brewery, German Dark Lager, coming to us from Tempe, Arizona. Next up is German-style Bock. And we've got the bronze medal going to Breakline Bock from Rip Current Brewing Company. The silver going to Kilowatt Doppelbock. And the gold medal going to Ragnabok from Longship Brewing, completing a nice San Diego County sweep of that category, which is ironic that San Diego, the home of hops, swept the maltiest German lager category there is. So congratulations to all those guys.
That's awesome.
Category 23, now we've switched over from our lager categories to our ale categories. So this is golden or blonde beer, and the bronze goes to Aftershock Brewing for Long Wave Blonde. The silver to BJ's Brewhouse Blonde out of Temple, Texas. And the gold medal to LA Blonde from Angel City Brewery. Category 24 is English Style Pale Ale. And the bronze goes to Flying Bear from Two Roots Brewing. The silver to Three Creeks Brewing for Hoodoo Voodoo IPA. And the gold medal to Hammers and Pies from Pizza Port San Clemente. Category 25 is one of our newer categories, Australian and International Style Pale Ale. So this is the use of non-traditional hops, a lot of Southern Hemisphere hops in these beers. The bronze medal goes to the Brightness from Gravity Heights. The silver to Chief Peak, Topa Topa Brewing. And the gold medal to Day Job from Three Weavers Brewing up in Inglewood. Next up, category 26, American Style Pale Ale. The bronze medal goes to Bonker Mosaic Pale Ale from Allure Brewing Company. The silver, Topa Topa Brewing Company again, Level Line. And the gold medal to Stone Ripper from Stone Brewing Company. And this is definitely one of our 3 newest categories here. We added the hazy or juicy style IPAs, double IPAs, and pale ales last year, and it immediately grew to one of our fastest categories. It was the first year they had this category at the Great American Beer Festival, the largest entered category of all time. So definitely a craze here on the hazy IPAs and hazy pales. So this is juicy or hazy pale, category 27, with the bronze going to La Colina from Ballast Point, Little Italy, the silver going to Spectro from Topa Topa Brewing, and the gold medal going to Mind Haze from Firestone Walker Brewing. Next up is category 28, American Style Strong Pale Ales, beers that are a little stronger than a pale ale, but not quite all the way as bitter or as hoppy maybe as an IPA, so a nice kind of in-betweener. With the bronze and American Style Strong Pale Ale going to 1045 to Denver, which is a reference to the flight to the GABF every year that all the San Diego brewers are on, from Epic Brewing Company. The silver, Good of the Public from Society Brewing Company. And the gold medal going to Claremont IPA, coming to us from Claremont Craft Ales. So American Style IPA, this was our largest category by far, and it is has been every year I think I've been involved with the competition. So there were probably, I'm going to guess, about 75 entries this year in this category. So these are all very impressive wins to beat out that number of high-quality beers. So the bronze medal goes to Mission IPA from Mission Brewery, the silver to And Beyond IPA, Thorn Brewing Company, and the gold medal to There Is Still Beauty, Kern River Brewing Company. And then we have up our American Hazy IPA category, with the bronze going to Fog Factor from Beechwood Barbecue and Brewing, the silver to Tree City Haze, Knee Deep Brewing Company, and the gold medal going to Lazy River from Kern River Brewing Company. So very impressive that those guys took both the IPA and the hazy IPA category in the same year. So a really big achievement for them. Mm-hmm. Next up is American Style India Black Ale, and the bronze medal goes to Hit the Lights from Taproom Beer Company, the silver medal to Powder Chest from 14 Cannons, and the gold medal to Hoppa Emeritus from Beechwood Barbecue and Brewing. And then we have our Imperial IPAs, and the bronze medal for Imperial IPAs, and I'm probably gonna butcher this, so apologies, Teahupo from Breakwater Brewing Company, with apologies to however I'm actually supposed to say that. The silver medal to Naughty from Three Weavers, which is a former gold medal winner in this category. And the gold medal to Wombo from Slice Beer Company in Lincoln, California. And then we have hazy or juicy Imperial IPAs, and the bronze goes to Citra Juicy Double IPA from Protector Brewery. The silver to Foggy D and the Cloud Clan from Rip Beer Company, and the gold medal to Stratocaster from Amplified Ale Works. Next up is American Style Amber or Red, and the bronze medal goes to Five Oaks from Julian Beer Company, and the silver to Rail Slide Red from Breakwater Brewing Company, and the gold to Red Rover from My Yard Live. Again, another San Diego County sweep there, but from Oceanside, San Marcos, and Julian, so about as far apart as you can get and still be 3 places in San Diego County. So, and again, American Style Amber or Reds. Yeah. So it not your traditional San Diego strong point, but obviously it is this year.
It's cool.
So Imperial Reds, category 35. The bronze goes to Gifted Gunslinger from Big Sexy Brewing. The silver to Claremont Craft Ales for Happy Days, and the gold medal to Red Raccoon from the Ballast Point Linda Vista location. Next up is category 36, which is English style bitters, and the bronze medal goes to Brewer's Best from Gravity Heights, the silver medal to Chronic from Pizza Port Bressi Ranch, and completing a double for Pizza Port with the gold medal is Extraordinary Trick from Pizza Port San Clemente in the bitter category. Next up is category 37, which is Scottish style ales, and the bronze medal goes to Reaper Wee Heavy from Allure Brewing Company, the silver medal to Grass Market from South Park Brewing, and the gold medal to BJ's Oasis Amber from the BJ's in Reno, Nevada. Next up is our Irish Red style category, And the bronze medal goes to Kilroy Irish Red, Little Miss Brewing. The silver medal to one of San Diego's most venerable beers, Red Trolley Ale from Carl Strauss Brewing Company. And the gold medal to My Turn Series, Doyle Lakefront Brewery. Category 39 is our English Style Brown. And Monk Food from Art Monster Brewery, again from South Korea, took the bronze. Stone Fort from Seventh Sun Brewing took the silver. And Pizza Port Ocean Beach, Skidmark took the gold. Then we have a separate category for American Style Brown Ales, that's number 40. And Weasel from Julian Beer Company took the bronze. Innovation Brewworks, Bronco Brown took the silver. And Docent Brewing, Trabuco from San Juan Capistrano took the gold. Then we have category 41, German Style Ale. This is going to include Kolsch's and alt beers. And the bronze medal went to Ketch Kolsch from Ketch Brewing. The silver medal to KSA from Fort Point Beer Company. And the gold medal to Three Weavers for Seafarer. Then next up is our German Style Weiss category, which has become one of our more diverse categories, and now including Gosses and all variations of the German Style Weiss beer. So the bronze medal goes to Culver Beer Company for Fish Face. The silver medal to Wisconsinite from Lakefront Brewery. And the gold medal to Tell Your Mom I Said Hi from Hazelig Brewing Company. Love some of these names. Category 43 is Belgian Style Wit, also known as white beer, with the bronze going to White Walker from Wavelength Brewing, the silver to Luna from Docent Brewing, and the gold to Sunset Reservoir Brewing Company for Something Witty. So category 44, there was no bronze medal award in this category. This is French and Belgian Style Ale. So we start with the silver medal to Resident Brewing for Golden Kiss, and Northern Pine Brewing took the gold with Sazed and Confused. Category 45 is Belgian Style Pale Ale, and the bronze medal went to Trail 6 Belgian Blonde from Lost Winds Brewing Company, the silver to Nanette from Kern River Brewing Company, and the gold medal to Domestique Blonde Ale from Relure Brewing Company. Nice. Category 46, these are traditional Belgian style sour beers. So this includes your lambics and your different types of barrel-aged sour beers. The bronze goes to In Praise of Bacchus from Burning Beard in El Cajon. The silver to Funk Yeah from Beechwood Blendery in Long Beach. And the gold to Brambling Bones Firestone Walker Brewing Company. So a nice Southern California sweep of the traditional Belgian beer category.
So much goodness.
So category 47 is Belgian Style Dark Ale. So this is going to include dark, strong quads and other dark Belgian beers here. So the bronze goes to O Bubble Double from Kilowatt Brewing Company. The silver to the Hugh Brewery with Delirium Nocturnum. And the gold to Project Barley Brewery Quad. Next up is category 48, Belgian Style Pale Strong. So golden beers, triples, etc. in this category. And the bronze medal goes to Belgian Style Triple, AKA Tow Truck from Garage Brewing Company. The silver to AleSmith Horny Devil. And the gold again to the Hugh Brewery from Belgium with Delirium Tremens. Now we're moving into our dark beer categories. We've got category 49, which is Porter. And the bronze medal goes to Tabula Rasa from Second Chance Beer Company. The silver to Five Pine Chocolate Porter from Three Creeks Brewing Company in Oregon. And the gold to Plain Porter from Pizza Port Bressy Ranch. Next up is our specialty stout category, with the bronze going to Wilderness Park from Laguna Beach Beer Company. The silver to Delusions of Grandeur from Breakwater Brewing. And the gold medal, simply titled Oats from Pizza Port in Solana Beach. Category 51 is bold stouts. So these are stronger styled stouts that are not yet imperial stouts. And the bronze medal is awarded to Ballast Point Little Italy for Stoutly Independent. The silver to Hazelig Brewing Company for Perfectly Pleasant. And the gold medal to Starry Night Stout from Island Brewing Company. Now we're on to our strong imperial stout category, with the bronze going to the Shroud from Bravery Brewing Company. The silver to Older Rescue Buoy from Rip Current in San Marcos, and the gold medal to Big Deluxe from Ritual Brewing in Redlands. Category 53 is British Style Strong Pale Ale, with the bronze going to AleSmith Private Stock Ale. The silver going to Ballast Point Little Italy, 12 Guinea. And completing it, another San Diego sweep of what you would think of as a multi-beer category. Rip Current got the gold with Black Lagoon. Category 54 is Barley Wine. And the bronze medal goes to Royal Nottingham from Resident Brewing Company. The silver to Big Island from Island Brewing Company. And the gold medal goes to Big Game from Bravery Brewing Company. One last beer category here, which was technically beer category 61 because we added it on at the end of the judging due to the timing, is the aforementioned wet hot beer category. Woo. And the bronze medal goes to Overnight to Julian from Nickel Beer Company. The silver to Poseidon Harvest Ale from Poseidon Brewing. And the gold medal to Hook and Mouth Chinook from Nickel Beer Company. Woo. So that concludes our brewery awards. And now we'll move on to the mead categories. So we've got categories 55, 56, and 57 in the meads. So I'll read these off. First one up is 55, Traditional Mead, and the bronze goes to Tequila Barrel Aged Traditional Mead from Redstone Meadery. The silver to Utopian from Moonlight Meadery, and the gold to Au Natural Orange Blossom Honey Mead. Category 56 is the Fruit Meads. The bronze goes to Blue Cloak from Twisted Horn Mead and Cider. The silver to Golden Clusters, also from Twisted Horn Mead and Cider. And the gold medal to Caress from Moonlight Meadery. Our final mead category is Spiced and Specialty Mead, with the bronze medal going to Bourbon Barrel Aged Kurtz Apple Pie from Moonlight Meadery. The silver to Fling from Moonlight Meadery. And the gold to Raspberry Chipotle Mead from Batch Mead. Then we traditionally have 3 cider categories. Categories 58 and 60 were combined. That's the standard cider and perry and the specialty cider and perry were combined into one category. The bronze medal goes to Pineapple from the California Cider Company. The silver medal to Spirit Walker from Twisted Horn Mead and Cider. And the gold medal to Two Towns Cider House Bright Cider. Our other cider category was New England and Fruit Cider, with the bronze going to Pacific Pineapple from Two Towns Cider House. The silver also going to Two Towns Cider House for Prickly Paradise, and the gold medal going to Ace Guava Cider from the California Cider Company. So congratulations to all of our winners. That is all 61 categories we judged. So again, congratulations to all the breweries, and thank you very much for entering and making this competition possible.
All right, again, we want to congratulate all the medal winners, and now let's get the opportunity to move on to our awards. So first up is the Grand Champion Brewery Award. In a few moments, we are going to bring in our top 3 scoring breweries and announce the winner. But first, Tom, if you have any voice left, can you tell me a little bit more about the significance of this award?
So the Grand Champion Brewery is just kind of our overall, brewing machine award. So we award 3 points for a gold, 2 points for a silver, 1 point for a bronze. Add up the number of medals that respective breweries won. We do have some tiebreakers based on, if there was a gold medal, size of entries and such. If you won an IPA gold as a tiebreaker, that would count more than a fruit beer medal, but only as a tiebreaker, not as a rule. And so, these breweries have not only entered a good number of beers, but it means that they've probably taken 5, 6, 7 medals. So, having just read the awards, you can tell names that I said over and over again. There's going to be, a couple breweries that'll be up for this. And it's a very big prestigious honor because it means that you're, 40%, 50%, 60% success rate on medaling out of, if you send 10 beers and you have 4 or 5, win, that's a huge deal. I mean, over 1,000 beers, we only give out about 160 medals. So, you can imagine that, only 15% or so of people who enter get a medal. And so if you're at 40 or 50% or 60%, you've blown the average way out of the water. So these are huge accomplishments to have this many quality beers at the competition, show up on point, on style, tasting perfect, all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now let's welcome our top 3 scoring breweries. Joining us live from their very own breweries are Hazelik Brewing Company, Resident Brewing, and Rip Current Brewing. Welcome, fellas. So who do we have with us? Do we have everybody here? Hey!
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Turn your video on.
Got it?
I thought you'd all be doing that too.
You guys slide on over.
I was gonna say, pass the growler
It's on max
already.
volume.
I don't know, Tyson. We have to socially distance. I think this growler has to stay 6 feet
that
from you.
Yeah, should we
I'm
go
down
out
to break
there?
the rules if you are.
Well, let's start with Hazelik. So Hazelik, you guys entered 10 beers into this year's competition. And first of all, how are you guys doing?
I think we're feeling pretty good. We're good. We're
Secondly,
good.
I want to make sure that we are pronouncing the name correctly.
We're yeah, we say Hazelik,
Hazel, I actually like that a little bit better.
but as long as you call us is usually what we say.
Nice.
Well, did you guys want to talk just a little bit about the brewery that you've got going on over there?
Sure. We are a brewery. We're just about a year, not quite and a half old. And we are located in Newton, Iowa, owned by myself and another co-owner, female owner. And we are very blessed to have Grant and Lucas, Grant Hoyer and Lucas here, Greta, as our brewers. So Grant is our head brewer and Lucas is our assistant brewer.
Now, let me get this straight.
AKA
You
is
guys-
keeper of my sanity too.
Now, let me get this straight. You guys are in Iowa? Iowa.
What was that?
So you guys are actually in Iowa.
We are, yeah.
We are.
Believe it or not.
How far are you from Ames?
About an hour.
So you feel good about the win over Oklahoma this week?
Go on.
Yeah, we all enjoyed it very much here too. We've got some Oklahoma State fans here, so anytime somebody can beat Oklahoma, they feel pretty good about it. So again, I just wanted to say congratulations. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys being so involved in the competition this year. How many years have you guys been involved in this particular competition?
One.
We're about a little over a year. We're only a little over a year old.
Now, how did you guys find out about this competition?
Well, Grant.
I before this brewed in San Diego County, so I know some of these rapscallions in the screens below me here. So I'm familiar with you guys stomping grounds there.
A former judge and medal winner when he was in San Diego.
True story.
So the transition out to Iowa is no big deal for you. Weather's about the same, temperature, everything's pretty much the same as it is in, Pacific Beach or La Jolla. It's about the same.
Yeah, I just got an all-wheel drive car and good to go, baby.
All righty. Well, again, guys, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Adjust and pivot, right? That's the year.
Cheers, guys.
Hey, I want to move over to Craig with Resident. Craig, can you guys tell us a little bit about how long you've been entering this particular contest?
Let's see. I think this is our 4th year entering. 4th year? 4.5 years old. Yeah, we're about 5 years old, almost 5 years old. I think we've entered the last 4 years, and I think we've placed at least one beer every year that we've entered. So this competition has been really good to us, and it's local, so it's definitely a lot of fun.
Now, where are you guys located at?
We're downtown San Diego, right in the thick of it here, just holding it down.
Good job. Good job. And I appreciate the masks, of course, here, especially in San Diego County. It's nice. Everybody's got to wear masks all the time. So the folks in Iowa, you guys are a little more lucky, I think, than we are here. You guys got a little more latitude there. So I wanted to move on to Paul with Rip Current. So Paul, how did you guys hear about the SDIBC event here?
Shoot.
There you go.
Sorry about that little mute problem.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're all big beer fans, and we've known about the IBF for a long time. And when Guy and I opened the brewery, we were pretty anxious to participate because it's a great chance to square off with all the best breweries in town and all over the place.
Now, where are you guys located at?
We're up in San Marcos in North County.
Okay.
We have a second tasting room in North Park.
Yeah. Paul's interesting, one of the winningest home brewers of all time before he opened the brewery. So no stranger to awards, and he's one of our highest ranked judges.
Hey, so I wanted to ask all of you guys, you could just answer one at a time. Being kind of a novice, I love beer, but I really don't know a ton about the brewing industry. I used to work up in Berkeley, California, and Dan Gordon from Gordon Biersch was one of the folks that we interacted with quite a bit. And to be honest with you, I had never been to a brewery until I was about 45 years of age, working at Cal, and we had a big event over at one of Dan's breweries in San Jose, and I thought it was just absolutely fascinating what went on there. And so from just a brewery standpoint, I'll never go back to like regular beer again. It's got to be a special beer. That's just kind of the way I am. That's kind of the way I'm rolling. But in terms of this contest, we can start with the folks in Iowa. So what does the award mean to you guys, and how does it help your brewery?
Well, I mean, obviously the next market we're looking to open up is Southern California, so.
Tell these guys to move over just a little bit, huh?
Yeah, nice.
You know, really, I just, I'm so thankful for the people here. I said, hey, I'm hoping to score some bragging rights in my old stomping grounds. But I mean, obviously I've been a part of the judging. You guys put on an awesome contest, and you know, I didn't want to stop being a part of the fun just because I was halfway across the country, you know?
Very cool.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Salud.
So Craig, what about you guys? So what does the award mean to you guys?
Well, I mean, you put us in a category with all San Diego, mostly San Diego breweries, and then you bring that international. I mean, it's huge. I mean, and I feel like San Diego's breweries are some of the best in the world. So to get even nominated for this award is really amazing. So we really do appreciate it.
All right. And then Paul, kind of closing with you. So what does this mean to you guys in the brewery?
Well, you know, we really use competitions to gauge where we're at, try to better understand how we're doing with making beers. You know, San Diego International Beer Festival and competition has great judges. They give you blind feedback. You really give you a sense for, you know, when you're going the wrong way in a style, when you're going the right way. So, you know, we're happy with what's already happened, but to win, be grand champion, you know, I've been a big fan of AleSmith for a lot of years, and they won that award quite a few times. So it'd be an honor to be on the list with them.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys all for being with us tonight. And without further ado, I am pleased to announce, and I think Tom is actually going to announce this, our 2020 Grand Champion Brewery.
Well, see, you can all read that right there, right? No, just kidding. Hazelik Brewing Company. Congratulations, Grant and guys in Iowa.
All right. Congratulations. Great job.
Congratulations, you guys. Friggin' rookie.
So
that's awesome. Congrats, guys.
Grant, I guess you're not off the hook yet. So congratulations. And can you tell us just a little bit about the beers that you guys entered this year and what you think set you apart in this year's competition?
Sorry, guys. I had the mute on for the initial celebration. Sorry, I didn't hear. We didn't hear what you said.
I'm sorry, Grant. Was there anything that you guys, first of all, felt like what possessed you to enter the beers that you guys did, and kind of what do you think might have set you guys apart from some of the other breweries?
Some of the beers that we entered, we felt like they showcased our creativity quite a bit. Who makes an Imperial Roggen beer? You know, nowadays, like we felt like that was just too fun not to share with the world.
Obvious style.
Yeah, an obvious style. It's going to be the next big thing, of course.
It's the next trend. Move over hazies, right?
Yeah.
It's terrible to brew. I don't recommend any brewers. Don't brew beers with that much rye. It's awful.
Never again.
We're going to contract brew that out if people want it. We don't want it anymore.
Well, again, guys, thanks so much. And again, we really appreciate it. And I think now we're going to move on to part 4 of the program, which is the Grand Champion Meadery Cider.
Cheers, guys.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
Thank you for putting this on.
Congratulations again.
Yeah. I think one of Grant's
Party tonight. Party super friggin' extra hard.
Grant's last acts in San Diego before he moved to Iowa for the job there was to judge our competition and win an award here.
So cool.
Great.
So great to see him again.
All right, great job, guys. So that's very cool. And next up is our Grand Champion Meadery Cidery. And this year's competition welcomed 11 meadery and cideries with about 41 entries altogether. And joining us live from their very own breweries are Moonlight Meadery, Twisted Horn Mead and Cider, and Two Towns Cider House. Welcome, folks. All righty.
There's Michael.
Oh,
Hi, Michael. Hi, guys.
there we are.
This is almost better than being here in person. You guys look like you have access to a lot more beer than we have. All right, so let's start with Moonlight Meadery. So first of all, where are you guys located?
We're located in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
And how long have you guys been around?
We started 10 years ago.
Okay. And kind of what possessed you guys to get involved with this event?
So a lot of homebrewers out in San Diego are fans of what I've been doing for the last 25 years. And they begged me to enter this competition. And so 4 years ago, we started to enter, and we've won a medal or two or a best of show each of the last 4 years.
Well, again, that's awesome. And again, congratulations to making it to this point. So now I want to move over. So how about Mike and Vince? Where are you guys at?
Hey, we're out of Vista, California.
Okay.
So San Diego County as well.
And how long have you guys been around?
Oh God, what, 3-4 years now?
Okay. And what possessed you guys to enter the competition this year?
Well, this is our second time actually. We had the good fortune of actually taking the 19 title, which was cool. But it's a great competition, great camaraderie, and good to see people like Mike and compete against Mike.
Now let's move on to Nels with Two Towns Cidery. Don't have a video, Nels, but can you hear me okay?
Hey, Nels.
Yes, loud and clear. Sorry, we're trying to get the video going, but it's for whatever reason not working at the moment.
Okay. Well, as long as you can hear us. So how long have you guys been around? And then secondly, how long have you guys been entering this competition?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, it's kind of exciting. This year's our 10-year anniversary. So it's been fun. And we've been down in San Diego there as far as bringing our ciders down there since I think late 2013. So I think we've been in the competition there for the last 6 years, maybe 7 years.
Okay. Hey, if you guys have any questions too, feel free to. You guys obviously are much better equipped at answering some questions than I can.
To me, I just like to say, this is a very diverse category. It's competing meads against ciders, for our best of show coming up next. In Twisted Horn, you're doing both meads and ciders. Do you feel like one side of that is stronger? Do you feel like, man, our cider was probably, our best set of entries, or do you think the meads were the best set of entries, or do you think they were both equal?
That's a good question. The mead house, the mead side of it is kind of its own kind of organic element. We had a lot of good entries there, we felt. The cider was also good. We medaled well last year, so we thought we did a good entry. But it's a good competition this year.
So kind of equal on both sides?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Is it anything?
I wish I had some to drink right now of all of your guys' stuff, because
right here. We'll get you some.
I'll just tap into the fooders behind.
Sure if there's any extra models laying around that I take some home to enjoy. So, and I definitely did.
It is one of the major downfalls of not having the festival, because one of the real benefits is to be able to get people like Mike out here from halfway across, well, all the way across the country, pouring their wares in a setting where you can sit and taste and enjoy them and actually talk to the person who was there making them.
That is probably the biggest void right now, is being able to enjoy the festival after all the hard work of the competition and the nail biting of the award ceremony. Wondering if you guys medaled, et cetera, but being able to actually celebrate during the festival itself and walk around and enjoy what we're all really in this for is that camaraderie and social.
The unsocial
aspect.
distancing that we're being deprived.
Yeah. So, but there's still beverages. Cheers.
Well, again, thank you guys all for being with us. And now let's announce our 2020 grand champion.
All righty. Boom. Moonlight Meadery.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's
Moonlight.
awesome. I've been chasing the title for 4 years.
Yeah, baby, you made it.
I'd also like to
I say you go swimming in the Fodor tonight.
On a personal note here, this competition and festival actually inspired a collaboration between my brewery and Moonlight. He came out to the festival one year, it's in June, and he said, hey, if I come out early next year, would you want to do a collab? And so I said, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. We'll get some really nice, unique honey. We have avocado honey here in San Diego, which you don't get many other places. So here we were brewing a beer in early June for release in July in Southern California. And I asked Michael, hey, what's your favorite beer style? He goes, Imperial Stout. And I'm like, okay, boy, I just brewed an Imperial Stout earlier this year. Don't really know if I can afford to have a second one on tap. I'm like, what's your second favorite beer? And he goes, Imperial Porter. And I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. I'm just going to cut my losses. We're obviously brewing a strong, dark, black beer in the middle of summer in Southern California with a lot of honey. So we brewed Dark Side of the Moonlight with avocado honey with Mike, and last time with Mike and his son. So really great experience, and that was all spawned by this competition and this festival.
Plus, probably one of the best beer names I've heard in a while. Dark Side of the Moonlight. Super cool.
Well, Mike, again, thanks so much. And what do you think it was about the beers that you entered this year to kind of set you guys apart from some of the other breweries?
Yeah, so my goal this year was to showcase some of the diversity of what we make. We make over 180 different meads. So we really try to, just really make mead a completely different beverage than what the average consumer might think. So we have distribution in 30 states in this country. We export to Australia, Japan, Hong Kong, and Canada. And in the last 10 years, we sold 1.5 million bottles, and that's a 375 milliliter bottle. And we've just launched our brewery, Hidden Moon Brewing, and you can find it in San Diego. So my IPA with honey is in the San Diego market, and we're pretty stoked about that. So maybe beer next year in the competition.
All right. Well, again, thanks so much. We really, really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
Our pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I think they're sticking around.
Yeah. Now let's move on to the best of show, the mead or cider. So we want to thank you. We have 2 more awards left, folks. Our best of show mead and or cider, and our best of show beer. We are going to start with the best of show mead and or cider. But first, Tom, can you tell us a little bit more about how the best of show is judged and why there are 2 awards?
So best of show, or what's also referred to in the fair lingo as the sweepstakes award, is really kind of the ultimate beauty pageant of the beer competition. So we take, for the beer side, every single gold medal winner, so in this case 55 different gold medal winners, and basically pit them up against each other. So we start out with 55 different gold medals, 4 panels of judges. Those 4 panels of judges each get a diverse selection of all of the beers, roughly 13 in front of them, and they have to pick 3. Then we do a final panel of 3 of our highest, most qualified, most experienced judges who don't happen to have a beer in the final round. And we have then 12 beers in front of them, and they're picking an overall best of show winner from those 12 gold medal winning beers. So these 12 final beers have whittled down from the dozens of beers in their entry to be the gold medal, and then from a dozen or so other gold medal winning beers to be in that final flight. So just being one of those final 12 beers is a huge accomplishment in terms of the number of hurdles and other fantastic beers you have to pass by. So with the ciders, we do the same thing. All the gold medal ciders and meads are pitted against each other. And again, you have a very diverse group of awards. You heard, some of these things, fruit meads and spiced meads and barrel aged meads and, ciders all pitted up against each other. And so it sounds easy. Oh, you just got to pick the best one. But when you're talking about so many different flavors and different styles going on, you really have to weigh each one very carefully against each other. So there is a lot of thought, and we very carefully choose our best of show judges for that exact reason. And it's something that we do the following day precisely so that everybody can have a fresh palate. So that we don't want this just done at the end of the competition where everybody's like, I like this one. No, there's none of that. This is something that we take very seriously because this is a best of the best award. And, we want to treat it with the respect it deserves because it's a very, very big deal.
Well, on that note, let's bring back these top 3 winners in live to join us. So please welcome our top 3. Batch Mead, the California Cider Company, and Moonlight Meadery. Welcome back, all of you.
Hi, guys.
There we go.
Hello.
They're back.
Good to see you again.
Hello.
All right, we're just waiting on getting Batch Mead up. If we can get their video going here.
Trying.
There we go.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I was having technical difficulties.
No problem. You look fine now. So let's start with Batch. So where are you guys located? And then let's find out, how long have you guys been around?
So we're located in Temecula, California, just north of San Diego, about 57 miles. And we've been around since November, but I've been homebrewing for about 8 years.
Wow. And what possessed you guys to get involved with the event this year?
We went to it last year and we had a lot of fun and we tasted a lot of good mead, so we thought we would compete.
Nice.
Well, we're glad you did. So anything else you guys might want to ask?
Well, so you said you've been homebrewing for 8 years. You've been making mead for all of those 8 years?
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
Okay. Did you start with mead or did you start with beer and move into mead?
I started with wine and then moved into mead and then started making beer as well on the side, but stayed with mead primarily.
So you evolved into beer. I like that. Okay. And you're up in wine country, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
This was the, your gold medal was the raspberry chipotle mead?
Oh, wonderful.
We are actually unaware of what we won.
Well, let me tell you, I've got that right in front of me here. I feel like evening update. I'm like, I got that right here. Or at least I did have that right here. There we go. So, yeah, so batch mead was the raspberry chipotle mead was your gold medal. So that's what has you up for best of show. So congratulations on that.
Thank
you. Put those 2 flavors together.
Barbecue sauce.
I was thinking it was barbecue sauce, but I didn't want to assume that.
That stuff's delicious.
And probably much better than a barbecue flavored mead, so.
All right, well, again, thank you guys very much. Appreciate your participation, and again, congratulations. So, Simon from California Cider Company, can you tell us a little bit about your operation, where you guys are located, how long you've been in business, and how long you've been participating in this particular event?
Yeah, so we're family owned and operated up in Sonoma County, California. We've been making cider since 1993, so 27 years. I'm part of the second generation. My dad is the founder owner. If you're doing the math, I would have been 5 in 1993. So I like the non-alcoholic form of cider back then. Now my brothers and I run the cidery. I'm actually based here in Southern California in Los Angeles. I believe I entered San Diego International Beer Fest for the first time 7 or 8 years ago. And I've been lucky enough to be there in person a few times as well. It's a great time.
And then I think we'll go back over to Moonlight. So again, Michael, congratulations. And again, what does an award like this mean to you guys at Moonlight?
So it's this competition has meant the world to me because my fellow homebrewers, I've been homebrewing for 15 years before I started my company. And I used to speak a lot at the National Homebrewers Conference and love to share my beer with people and see their reactions. And this is, to me, like winning at a homebrew competition. And, I'm an extremely competitive individual. We have a family-based company. My parents and I own the company. And, we're looking for our destination location right now. And we've got our hopes on this 100-acre farm with the mountaintop views of New Hampshire, and winning competitions like this or awards like this particular one, just as money in the bank.
All right. Again, we wanted to thank all of you guys for being with us. And now we're going to announce our 2020 Best of Show Mead and/or Cider category.
So Tom, why
Yeah.
don't you read the three that are up for it?
So the 3 entries that are up for it in this category, well, actually, it's more than 3 here, I think. So the gold medals, we've got the Moonlight Meadery, Au Natural, Orange Blossom Honey. We've got Moonlight Meadery Caress. We've got the Batch Mead Raspberry Chipotle Mead from Ace/California Cider Company. We've got their Ace Guava Cider. And then I think that, I feel like I'm missing one gold medal here. Oh, the Two Towns Cider House Bright Cider is also a gold medal winner.
So the winner in this category,
Tyson has it.
Tyson
is Batch Mead Raspberry Chipotle Mead. Congratulations, you guys. 2 surprises in like 10 minutes for you guys. Gold medal and best show. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Well, again,
we once the judges at BOS had put this bottle down, all of us in back swarmed for a taste of it, and it was delicious, and we couldn't quit. We couldn't stop tasting. So congratulations, really good.
All right. Any final parting thoughts there, guys?
We make lots of fun new stuff, so check us out.
Yeah, we're brand new.
We're pretty new, but we are really passionate about mead. We love how important it is and how great it is for the alcohol community.
For people who come up there in Temecula, is your tasting room open every day?
We're open Friday and Saturday from 3 to 7, and then we have free California delivery.
Okay.
Again, thank you guys very much, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Special award.
Thank you.
Now we're going to move on to our Best of Show beer. So Tyson, can you tell us a little bit more about this award and the perpetual BOS trophy?
Well, this is, I would say, the #1 award that we give out each year. It comes with a pretty fantastic trophy that the brewer gets to covet for a year, has their name inscribed, and the beer that they brewed. Like Tom mentioned before, Best of Show are all of the gold medal winning beers, bouting it out for King of the Castle, Top of the Mountain. And we've had some really cool surprises over the years. You got to think when you have, Golden Ales going up against ESBs, going up against Dortmunder lagers, going up against barrel-aged sour, this, that, and the other, all these different styles, and judges having the tough job of having to knock down beer after beer and gold medal winning beer after gold medal winning beer.
You literally have to try to find fault with the gold medal winning beer.
You really have to, pick through and nitpick and really have a good conversation with your fellow judges to see what deserves to move on, and it's painstaking, I'm sure. So really something else, and the winners fully deserve it. And it's a great surprise each year to see what the judges have decided on.
And I feel like Tyson undersold the trophy here a little bit. So it's sponsored by the trophy was sponsored by the San Diego Brewers Guild, and it's actually like a 2-foot high, fully functioning baby fermenter. So it holds pressure. We've had past winners brew beer in it. So it is a literal mini little conical fermenter that is very cool. It has all the previous winners named and engraved on it. So it's a little bit like the Stanley Cup in that regard, you know, except that they get a year with it instead of just one day with it, but their names are etched on it forever.
Yep, kiss it all you want.
Well, now we thought we'd kind of mix things up just a bit for our best of show beer winners. So usually at the awards ceremony, as Tyson mentioned and Tom reiterated, that we usually announce best of show at the very end and present the winning brewery the perpetual engraved trophy that they get to take home and display proudly. Well, we didn't want this year's winner to miss out on that opportunity, so we're going to go live to Jason on our exhibits team, who is standing outside our winning brewery, ready to walk in with the trophy. Now, of course, Jason will maintain his social distance and do all the things, there he goes. He's got his mask on, doing all the right things.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Jason, how are you doing?
So I'm doing well, guys. Little do they know, I've been in their tasting room for the last hour drinking the Best of Show beer. And I might have given myself away, but I'm on my way up now.
Are you able to stand and walk?
There's the trophy.
There you go. There's the trophy.
Okay, cool. You weren't wearing a SDIBF shirt, so that's good. You weren't fully giving
Oh,
yourself.
you can hear these guys.
All right, so now I guess it's time to go right through that part. So I'm pleased to announce our best of show winner.
Yeah.
There we are. And our best of show winner is Roulaire Brewing Company for their domestic blonde ale. Enter into class 45A, the Belgian style pale. So Jason, let's go and give them the award. If you can still move and we can still see you.
Domestique.
I think we're catching up. We're catching up. Well, I don't have the greatest service here, but let's turn to you guys.
So Jason, I'm hoping you can interview Rutland there for a second and ask him how he feels about it.
I feel like we need a wrestling announcer. It's pandemonium.
Did we lose him?
Go to Ruler.
But anyway, while we're waiting, I just wanted to say that out of the 55 beers, Island Brewing Company was our second runner-up, and the Hugh Brewery with Delirium Tremens was our first runner-up. So congratulations to both of them.
Can you hear us?
Here we go.
Where did you go for an hour?
We can hear you.
Your host has asked you to start my video.
Very nice.
Yes.
There's one we don't usually get to do at the festival.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel?
We can't hear anything.
You're muted.
We think you guys are muted. You guys hear us okay? Okay. Well, again, congratulations to our winners, Roulaire. All the best of luck. Roller continued success. And are you guys going to display that in a prominent? How long do you guys get to keep the trophy?
Thank you, guys.
Oh, all righty. Well, thanks, guys, very much. We really appreciate it. So
you better brew something in that fermenter, bro, and share.
All righty. So once again, congratulations to all our breweries, cideries, and meaderies.
Can't hear a word you guys saying, but we're happy. Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
All right, so again, we wanted to congratulate all of our breweries, cideries, and meaderies who participated in this year's event. Your spirit of competition and your resiliency needs to be commended, and we want to especially congratulate our top winners. So thank you for tuning into this first ever Oh.
There we go. Kind of.
Can you guys hear us?
Oh, okay, hang on. I got him over here.
Okay.
All right, hey, I got them over here with us.
Jason, did you want to ask him some questions?
Here, they can hear you. Go ahead, Todd.
Okay, so guys, how does it feel to win this year's Best of Show?
Hell yeah!
So what's the first thing you're going to do with the trophy?
Drink out of it. I see it as a tri-clamp. We can fill it with domestique and take some chugs off it for sure.
Yeah,
just take the ribbon off first.
Just take the ribbon off, and it's probably easier to work with. So hey,
We're
tell us a
super
little.
pumped.
So
I'm
tell
just
us a
gonna
little
go
bit.
through our team real quick. We got Brad. Yeah! Brad, head of sales. We got Lizzie. You guys know Lizzie, beer tender extraordinaire. We got James, my assistant brewer. Oh, we got Sammy, OG, in our tasting room. We got Joe back here, newbie. You guys know Joe though. We got Mark over here, designated taste tester. He's here every day. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we shook all these cans of Domestique and did like a whole F1 style celebration. Now the floor is just completely covered in beer.
Nice.
We're pumped.
Well, tell us who your most valuable mascot is back there. We didn't introduce the mascot.
There you go.
No, I was talking about the dog.
Not the mask.
We're super pumped. Thank you.
All righty. Well, thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So again, everybody, we want to thank all those who participated, and remember, we'll be e-blasting the full resource shortly, and they are now available to view at the San Diego International Beer Festival.com website. Winners will be mailing your ribbons by the end of the week, so please look out for those, and we hope you display those proudly in your own tasting rooms and again on social media. Again, have a great night. We want to thank everybody that participated. We want to thank everybody who joined in, and especially want to thank Tom and Tyson. You guys did a fantastic job keeping this thing moving. And again, the production crew here that made this thing possible, and all the folks at the fairgrounds. Again, have a great night.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody who made this possible. And thank you, Todd, for hosting us.
There it is.